And my blood, she thought, as she leapt over a cracked step. That one had bitten her at least a half-dozen times already. The leap jarred her legs, sending a shock up into her belly. She used that small pain as a reminder to pay attention to the disruption in her breathing and to notice how the slight hitch changed the feel of the steps beneath her feet. "Feel the mountain," her teacher had urged her, his voice hard and angry, even as she ran or slept or ate. Be the mountain. Even as she danced her forms, his cane had lashed out, trying to catch her unawares, leaving a trail of welts on her skin when he succeeded. Feel the mountain. Well, she felt the fucking mountain now, and it burned. It burned where the soles of her feet skipped across the dragon glass. It burned her eyes when the fortress flashed a hot welcome. It burned white-hot like the new-forged bars of a cage made for someone much smaller than her. Belly soft, heart open to Akari, drawing the heat of a dragon's dreams up and into her body, she breathed, she ran, and as she did so, the tears rolled freely down her face. It seemed sometimes as if she was always running, but never getting anywhere. The scent of dragon mint, planted along the steps long, long ago, made Sulema smile. She nearly opened her mouth for a deeper taste, but her teacher's voice rang through her memory. "Focus," he reminded her. A flash of white teeth. He was very patient with a student come so late to his instruction. She was fortunate to have him. Focus. Feel the mountain. She could hear Sajani Earth Dragon singing to herself in her dreams, and Sulema let that voice carry her up, into the clouds and beyond the sky, where Akari Sun Dragon waited with infinite patience. Eventually, the path ended, and she staggered to a stop. Her legs trembled, and she was nearly blinded by sweat and dust and the stuff that rolled from the crown of a tukos. Not fog, she thought. Not smoke. Something. A wisp of cloud, red and gold in the light of a dying sun, brought a smile to her face. It looked like a horse, leaping through the sky. It looked like her Autumny. The thought would not stay. These days, any image of home slipped away from her like sand sifting between the fingers, and any thought of her mother. The lake gleamed in front of her. It was so beautiful at sunset. Not really a lake, she knew that, just as the black shore was not really dragonglass sand. The water was not really water, but pure magic, death to any swordists should they look upon it or breathe its sweet, cool mists, death to any Eshevet who might slip beneath the cool, silvered surface. Even so, she took a halting step toward the shining waters, so cool, so sweet, and she so hot and thirsty after the chase. There was a polite cough, and Sulema jumped half out of her skin. It was her teacher, her father's shadowmancer Asa, waiting so patiently upon the sand. He was dressed, as always, in scraps of scarlet silk, and his skin glowed with stars, beautiful as the night sky. She offered embarrassed apologies. He smiled and waved aside her words of shame. "There is nothing to forgive, Endada," he assured her. "Are you ready?" "I am, Malimu," she replied, using the Karabalese word for teacher. He was so much more patient with her than Istaz. She frowned. What had she been thinking of? She must learn to focus. "Excellent," Asa said. His voice rolled over her, and her thoughts slipped away like the others. "Let us begin again." "I am sorry, Father. You were saying?" Sulema shook her head to clear it of cobwebs and reached for her goblet of wine. "You look exhausted, my dear one," Ka-Atu said. "Asa tells me you are most diligent in your studies." He gestured with his own wine toward the shadowmancer, who bowed his head in assent. Asa Sood's little apprentice Yela shot her a rare look of sympathy. Sulema supposed the girl knew better than anyone what a strict taskmaster they served. "How are you feeling?" Her feet hurt, her lungs burned, and she had grown so accustomed to having a headache that she had almost forgotten about it. "I am well," she said. Her father snorted and set his wine down. "One should not lie to her king," he reminded her. "It is a bad habit." "Very well."